The flick kicks off with this total boss babe named Allie. She's a sports agent, right? And let me tell you, she is grinding. Like up at the crack of dawn, every single day. Also, she can climb that corporate ladder and become a partner at her firm. Talk about dedication, am I right? Next, we meet Brandon, Allie's loyal driver and friend. One morning, they bump into Allie's neighbor, Captain Mr. Fantastic, in the elevator. Both try to catch his eye, but it flops. Then it's revealed that Brandon is gay, but Captain Fantastic isn't interested in chatting or flirting. After they ditch the elevator, Allie heads straight for a big meeting. And wouldn't you know it, she's the only woman in the whole darn company. A little later, the big cheese, Nick, the company boss, is about to pick his new VP. Nick, all dramatic and stuff, tosses a ball to the chosen one, and Allie, bless her heart, jumps up and snags it. But oh man, turns out she totally misread the room. The ball was actually for Eddie, who was sitting a couple of chairs behind her. Talk about an awkward moment. So, Allie, she's got that fire in her belly, right? She marches straight into Nick's office and confronts him. She's like, dude, I totally deserved that promotion. And Nick, the absolute nerve of this guy, tells her it's because her relationships with male clients aren't up to snuff. And get this, he says it had to be a man because it wouldn't look right for the only woman in the company to get promoted. Can you even believe the audacity? Allie is absolutely livid. She storms out of Nick's office, practically steam coming out of her ears. She rounds up her colleagues and declares, I'm gonna show them who really deserve that promotion. And then she drops the bomb. She's gonna sign Jamal Berry, the global basketball superstar. Mic drop. After work, Allie heads to her dad's boxing gym. And let me tell you, her old man is her biggest fan. He's like, go out there and knock 'em dead, kid. Be strong. Be independent. You gotta love a supportive dad, right? Later, they hit up their usual bar for dinner. And that's when Allie spots him, a new bartender named Will. She's totally smitten, so she struts over there to introduce herself. Will, being the smooth operator he is, whips her up a special cocktail, and let's just say things heat up fast. So, Allie ends up going home with him, and during moments, they're intimate. The next morning, Allie wakes up, and who does she see? A little girl wearing a weird mask. Turns out, it's Will's daughter. Allie glances at her watch and realizes she's super late for work. She springs up, totally freaking out, and then bam, she sees a picture of Will with his wife. She's mortified, totally embarrassed that she was with a married man and didn't even know it. She rushes off to meet Jamal Berry to seal the deal, but instead, she runs into his dad and manager, Joe Berry. And let me tell you, things get off to a rocky start. Joe wants Jamal on the cover of a magazine. Allie tells her that Lisa, another basketball player, already snagged that spot. Joe, being Joe, tells her to convince Lisa to share the cover with Jamal. Allie tries, she really does, but Lisa ain't budging. So, the Jamal deal? Poof, gone.
Later that night, Allie meets up with her girlfriends, Mary, Olivia, and Sierra, for Mary's bachelorette party. Olivia suggests they go see Sister, the psychic. And you know what? They go. Allie's first up, and Sister reads her cards, laying out all her problems like it's an open book. Then, Sister tells her to drink this special tea, claiming it'll let her hear men's thoughts. Allie, desperate, chugs it down. After leaving the psychic, they hit the disco and get their groove on. Allie, she's really letting loose, drinking a bit too much, and then, bam! She trips, hits her head, and is out cold. She wakes up in the hospital, and guess what? She can hear the doctor's thoughts. Mind blown. The next day, Brandon picks Allie up for work. On the way, Allie starts hearing Brandon's thoughts. And get this, he's making fun of her. That's when they both realize it. Allie gets out of the car, heading into work, and she's hearing every guy's thoughts on the street. And when she gets to the office, she's hit with all sorts of dirty little secrets about the men around her. Allie is so fed up, she just wants this whole thing to stop. She goes back to Sister, begging her to make it go away. But Sister says she can't do a thing. After a quick head massage, Allie calms down and realizes, hey, maybe this ain't so bad after all. Reading men's minds could actually give me a leg up at work. So she decides to roll with it. The next day, Allie's already putting her new power to good use. She reads her colleague Kevin's thoughts and finds out the guys have a secret poker night and they totally didn't invite her. So she decides to surprise him that night at Ethan's house. And who does she see there? Her boss, Nick, chilling with Joe Barry and Kevin. Allie decides to tune in to all their thoughts. She plays along, winning every hand with ease until it's just her and Joe left. And then, get this, she purposely loses. Joe Barry is absolutely ecstatic. Even though Allie's new power could totally clean out everyone's pockets, she decides to bounce. When she gets home, she runs into her hot neighbor in the elevator again. She reads his thoughts, and guess what she finds out? He wants to get it on, right then and there, in the elevator. Things get steamy real fast, and she goes up to his place. But suddenly, Allie's shocked to see her neighbor rocking a Batman suit. She's like, nope, this is too weird, and bolts. Then, Joe brings Jamal to Allie's company. They're there to hear Kevin's presentation on how to make Jamal trend. And Kevin, bless his heart, shows this totally gross Photoshop video of Jamal. Allie hears Jamal and his dad's thoughts, and they are not feeling it. So Allie steps in and tells Kevin what Jamal really wants. Jamal and Joe are blown away by her insights. After the meeting, Allie invites Jamal and his dad over to her place to watch a basketball game over the weekend. But Joe, being blunt as ever, says he don't trust single women. Just then, Will walks in with his daughter, Ben. Allie, quick on her feet, pretends Will is her husband. And just like that, Joe trusts her and accepts the invite. Ben then hands Allie her driver's license, which she left at their place. After Jamal and Joe leave, Allie learns from Ben that her mom passed away a while ago. Allie feels terrible for assuming Will was a cheater. So, to make amends, she invites Will and Ben to the game too, to keep up her fake family charade, of course.
The weekend rolls around and Will and Ben show up at Allie's place. Things are a little awkward because Allie hadn't told Will about her little white lie. A bit later, Ben tells Allie her birthday is next week and she wants a race car cake. Allie gives her a big hug and promises to get her the cake of her dreams. When Joe sees this sweet family moment, he's totally convinced by Allie and says he's ready to sign with her company. The next day, Brandon, playing Mr. Morality, seems annoyed that Allie is using Will as a fake husband. Later that night, Allie, Will, and his friend James go to a pool hall. Allie overhears James thinking about hooking up with the waitress, so she casually walks over and with a smooth move, jabs him in a sensitive spot with a pool cue. Then she hears Will thinking about her, wishing he could spend the rest of his life with her, and Allie is totally over the moon. Allie then takes Will and Ben to meet her dad. While her dad's a bit skeptical of Will at first, he starts to warm up to him when he sees what a devoted father he is to Ben. The next day at work, Allie finds out Jamal and Joe have gone to China because of a deal Ethan, who quit the company, set up. Nick, the boss, is furious and about to fire her. Just then, Will shows up at the office to take Allie out. As soon as Nick sees him, he spills the beans, telling Allie was using him for the deal with Joe. Will is heartbroken and leaves her. That night, Allie attends Mary's bachelorette party and she drinks way too much. When they go to the church for the wedding, Allie grabs the mic and announces to everyone that James hooked up with Mary's cousin. When Brandon tries to stop her, she shuts him down, telling him he's just her assistant. And it gets even worse. Allie then announces that Sierra's husband was in a relationship with another man. Chaos erupts, women start brawling, and then a woman grabs a big vase and clocks Allie with it. Ouch! A while later, Allie wakes up in the hospital again.
She sees the same doctor, but this time she can't read his thoughts. That's when she realizes her superpower is gone. The next day, Allie goes to Brandon's work to apologize for how she treated him, and he, without hesitation, forgives her. They discuss Jamal's situation, and Allie realizes she didn't truly listen to what he wanted. So she decides to find him at the park where he loves to play. Jamal opens up, telling him he doesn't want to go to China, and Allie advises him to follow his heart. And guess what? Jamal becomes the first basketball player drafted into the NBA. Afterward, Allie visits her friends, who are still pretty mad about what happened at the wedding, but she eventually manages to make amends. The next day at work, Nick holds another team meeting. He surprises everyone, announcing that Allie is the new VP. But at that moment, Allie decides she doesn't want to be part of the boys' club anymore. She quits her job to start her own company with Kevin as her partner. And of course, she doesn't forget Brandon's loyalty. She brings him along as her assistant in the new company. A bit later, Allie attends Ben's birthday party and gives her the race car cake she had wanted. Even though Will is still upset with Allie, she apologizes and convinces him to give her another chance. And Will, without a second thought, agrees. After that, Allie, Will, and Ben go for a walk in the park together. And that, my friends, is where our story ends.
So don't forget to let us know your opinion in the comments. And if you liked the video, hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all the new recaps. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.